So it looks like Keir Starmer is finally going to break his silence about his role as the Director of Public Prosecutions at the CPS between 2008 and 2013. Hopefully you're not living under a rock and you know that there has been a huge focus on the grooming gangs in recent days. And a lot of people have started asking questions about whether Keir Starmer did his job properly when he was Director of Public Prosecutions between 2008 and 2013. Some people saying he turned a blind eye and he is complicit. Elon Musk specifically causing a lot of stir by tweeting about that. But then you've got other people saying, actually, you know what, he really started the reforms in the CPS to make sure that these cases are dealt with better than they were previously. So we're expecting Keir Starmer to come out and do a press conference tomorrow and address the accusations. We had Maggie Oliver on the front page of the Daily Mail for her comments saying that Starmer is guilty as anyone for the mass cover-up of the grooming gangs crisis. Obviously a very well qualified individual, Maggie Oliver, but let's see what Starmer has to say tomorrow. So I presume you guys know this already if you haven't been living under a rock, but we had Elon Musk accuse Keir Starmer as being complicit in the rape of Britain, not holding back in his words there. Also, with regards to Jess Phillips, he caused quite a stir by saying she should be jailed for refusing to launch a public inquiry. And he also called Jess Phillips a rape genocide apologist. Again, not holding back there at all. So there's been quite a lot of pressure on the Labour Party in recent days because they're just saying, I mean, you may have seen Wes Streeting talking on the news earlier saying that we don't need a public inquiry because we've already had an inquiry into child sexual exploitation and we need to just implement the findings of that. That seems to be their line. We'll see if Keir Starmer sticks with that line tomorrow. He probably will, but you never know. You could see that the pressure has got to Keir Starmer and he does a U-turn and announces that we will have a public inquiry. Not that that is what is predicted. It seems like the main prediction is that he will address his role as Director of Public Prosecutions at the CPS and talk about what he did about rape gangs during that period. So the Times, they are expecting him to talk about not just this, but cutting NHS waiting lists, various other things. But he is going to address the elephant in the room, and he's going to supposedly say that he gave the green light to prosecuting paedophile gangs in Rochdale in 2013 and highlight the fact he introduced reforms to the way the Crown Prosecution Service handles child abuse cases. He also introduced a national network of specialist prosecutors to look into child abuse and sexual exploitation. So that is what the Times is expecting him to say. They're also expecting him to stick up for his colleague Jess Phillips. So probably going to be talking about her previous record on helping women and girls tackling violence and point to that and say, you know, this woman is not an enemy of girls who have been exploited. She just thinks that we should implement the report that we have already done. We have got plenty of survivors and victims of grooming gang abuse who disagree with that point of view and say that that inquiry went absolutely nowhere near enough. It didn't really focus on grooming gangs specifically. For example, it looked at things like, online abuse and whatnot, and, did not address the elephant in the room, which was the issue of Pakistani heritage. We need to figure out why it is the case that people of that heritage are very much overrepresented in the statistics. That question has absolutely got to be asked, and it didn't really unveil the reasons why it had been covered up by the authorities. Also only mentioned in the 400-page report, only mentioned Rotherham once. It really did not focus on the actual hotspots of grooming gangs. But I expect that will be the Labour line tomorrow, to say we've got a report already, we've already done an inquiry, we do not need another one. We are not expecting, or at least the Times is not expecting, him to directly address Elon Musk's comments, But I think it's fair to say that maybe we wouldn't be having this press conference. He wouldn't feel the need to stand up and say something about this if it weren't for Elon Musk making tweets pointing out the fact that he was director of public prosecutions between 2008 and 2013, because that tweet from Elon Musk is really what has led to a lot of speculation on this. But anyway, let's see tomorrow what happens. We will report back with what Keir Starmer says tomorrow, and of course give you our reaction. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time.
Still watching? Well, I've got a quick ask for you. Recent UK, we're fighting the woke brigade and inspiring young Brits, but we need your help to go bigger. We're hosting a fundraiser and would love you to sign up and share the link on the big day. It's easy, it makes a massive impact, and there are prizes for top fundraisers. Click the Google form in the description to join us. Cheers very much. Let's keep going together.